Hello, criminal justice enthusiasts, and welcome back for what I think may be the last episode of You Are the Judge. The last case here really did sort of rub me the wrong way because the cases just have not given the evidence we need one way or the other, and it just makes it where I would be happy if it just said, hey, we disagree with your decision, but the fact that it sort of punishes you for it and overrules your decision, to me is frustrating and just makes it sort of silly. In the relevant case, the defendant's past altercation with the deceased individual does not directly imply their involvement in the murder. Furthermore, the surveillance footage of the crime scene shows a male profile. You cannot tell that from the video footage, not the defendant. Due to the insufficiency of evidence, it is unacceptable to penalize the defendant. Yeah. If they're wanting me to get that from the video, I watched that video here on the recording 3 or 4 times. The character is very vague looking. You could argue it's a male figure, but I could argue that the hips seem much more feminine in nature. So, yeah, I'm going to disagree with their finding on that. Punished $100, yep. Unfortunately, I haven't recovered yet, and it seems I'm getting worse. The situation is greatly hindering my ability to conduct quality research. I managed to do a brief investigation related to your past case. Currently, your decision hasn't been widely discussed due to the country's current agenda, which is dominated by social media law. Fortunately, during my illness, the country has been preoccupied with different issues and they haven't scrutinized your decisions much. Alright. They want me to go to the crime scene, and the next court case is waiting. That's fine. See if there's anything here. Alright. This is sort of my stance on the game overall, so I'm going to go with it. I think a short break will be good for all of us. Though I'm thinking probably more than just a short break, personally. As I said, I had high hopes for the game, and in some ways, it really has paid off, and I've loved it. I like the extra details of the game versus like Judge Sim. I like the fact that right now I'm going to a crime scene. That being said, though, the actual game itself, the overall feel of it, really comes up short for me compared to Judge Sim. Alright, so we have one thing to look at here only. There's nothing else for me to look at. Just want to keep that clear because in the last case they said something about a piece of paper that it wasn't there when I went to the crime scene. The price of injustice is death. During the on-site examinations, only one piece of paper was found on the bench where the corpse was located. The note bears the inscription, "The price of injustice is death." No fingerprints were detected in the fingerprint analysis of the note. There are no other distinct details that the on-site team could identify. All right. Let's go ahead and leave. We've visited some crime scenes, which is great. Alright, let's go to the pretrial here and see what this case is going to be about. You and your spouse organized a wonderful dinner event. Your relationship with your neighbors is now much better than before. Up to 100% family loyalty, which is great. That, to me, is the biggest win on the game. I do love that they give you these little prompts of things of your opinion after it. That's a great thing in the game. I wish that that was more, like that gives you an opportunity to make decisions. The court cases, I don't really feel gives you an opportunity to make decisions, which is not okay. All right, let's hear from the plaintiff's attorney. The victim, Olivia Bennett, worked for one of the newspapers in the city. She had recently divorced the defendant, Daniel Hayes. Following a lengthy divorce proceeding, all right, the defendant had continued to harass Olivia Bennett despite a restraining order. and we believe that the murder occurred due to this harassment. We request the defendant be punished based on the note found at the crime scene, which indicates a connection to the defendant's unwillingness to accept the divorce. My client claims that he had a happy marriage with his wife, but that she wanted to separate due to her involvement with someone else later on. Despite this, my client, who loves her, did not want to divorce, but he was eventually compelled to do so by a court order. Okay. He admits to following her and trying to talk to her for a while, but he never harmed her. On one occasion, he saw her having a heated argument and slapping her new partner after the divorce. We deny the allegations. So in this case, we do have a second person that could possibly be the murderer, the new lover. Alright. Pick this card. You are not able to meet with the individuals and institutions for 2 days. I don't know what that means. But it sounds like it could be really bad. Respectful, calm, neat. Respectful, tense, sloppy. Alright. Looked at that. Looked at that. Murder is still going to be 100 years possible. Alright, we're going to start with the video this time. Okay, so the person in the video has short hair there. We can see that definitely. Definitely looks like him. At midnight, journalist Olivia Bennett was found dead in a mysterious manner. Her body was discovered on a park bench located in the city center. There was a small piece of paper on the bench. It had the words, "The price of injustice is death," written on it. It had been known that Olivia had recently divorced her former husband, Daniel Hayes, and their ex-husband had not accepted divorce and continuously trying to contact Olivia Bennett. Police had reported that no fingerprints were found at the crime scene. All right. No paper handwritten, no paper found at crime scene. Court records between the victim and ex-husband. CCTV footage. Price of injustice is death. Yeah, we saw that. It was decided to issue a restraining order against Daniel Hayes upon his ex-wife's request and notify the parties of the decision in writing. Decided that the defendant Daniel Hayes be fined for violating restraining order. Okay, so he had violated restraining order already. Let's start with the prosecutor here. Why do you believe Daniel Hayes committed the murder? Despite the restraining order during Olivia Bennett's divorce, we believe the defendant, Daniel Hayes, continued to harass her, and we think the murder occurred due to this ongoing harassment. Seems fair. What measures were taken regarding the restraining order? The court issued a restraining order to protect Olivia Bennett from harassment. However, Daniel Hayes violated this order. Oh, that's it. All right. Do you see any other suspects related to the murder? The only suspect we have seen in this case is Daniel Hayes. All right. Now he's going to say the other partner, who I am curious to see. The only suspect we have. All right. How did your divorce process with Olivia Bennett unfold? Our divorce process was initially challenging, but I eventually accepted the divorce. As you can understand, losing people with whom you built a life together is not something one can easily accept. She later told me that she was involved with someone else, which hurt and upset me. How did you communicate with Olivia Bennett? How did your communication with Olivia Bennett continue after the divorce? After the divorce, well, habits die hard. I followed my ex-wife and tried to talk to her, but I had absolutely no intention of harming her. What happened on the day of the incident? On the day of the incident, I saw her having a heated argument with her new boyfriend. I did not physically harm her, I was just part of the argument. Okay. You're a close friend with Olivia Bennet. What can you tell us about her? She was a career-focused journalist, and she was under some stress lately due to her divorce, which had taken a toll on her. Nevertheless, she was dedicated to her work. What was your last communication with Olivia Bennet on the day of the incident? We had a normal conversation. It was just casual talk about everyday matters. Alright, nothing really there. Did you witness the divorce process between Olivia Bennet and Daniel Hayes? Yes, I witnessed the tension and difficulties between the couple during their divorce process. Initially, I thought it was a matter that could be resolved within the family, but the tension escalated significantly at times. Do you have any information about Daniel Hayes following Olivia Bennet? Yes. Olivia had to get a restraining order because of it. What do you know about Daniel Hayes' behavior on the day of the incident? Daniel Hayes said he saw his ex-wife having a heated argument with her new boyfriend. Yeah, that didn't tell me anything really. What I'm looking at here, I don't know what the new boyfriend looks like. And once again, why can't I like full screen this? Make it easier for me to see. The hair is about as short as his hair is and such. So I'm feeling that it's going to be him that did it. That's all I've really got to go on. I mean, he's definitely the prime suspect, and the video seems to support that. I'm going to go with 80 years again. And I was wrong again. And as I said in the last video, this is the reason that I'm saying, yeah. I think even if you guys really do enjoy the series, I'm sorry. I'm not enjoying the series at this point. You could see the video as clearly as I could. It's vague. It's not detailed. How am I supposed to know that that's not him in the video? All the evidence that you're given, which is minuscule amounts of evidence, points to him being the one who did it. The only thing I have saying that he didn't do it is his own word. And you definitely don't trust the guy who possibly is a murderer just on his word. So, yeah, with that, I think this is the last episode of this game. Might be the first season's done. Supreme Court wants presidential elections to be conducted through open voting. What are your thoughts on this? Well, I mean, this is an interesting one because when I'm recording this, we just got through our presidential election. A lot of people are unhappy that Trump was elected. A lot of people are happy that Trump was elected. For myself, I will say I am happy. Not because of the candidate. Personally, I don't put that much stock one way or the other in being pro-Trump or against Trump. What I'm happy for is this seemed like it was a very clear-cut election and that the majority of the populace got the candidate that they wanted. And to me, that is the important thing. That is what this country is based on. And I'm very proud of the fact that we have a democracy where people's voices matter. And so, with that, I'm going to say that it should be through open voting. All right. So, with that, we have ended season 1. As I said, for now, I don't have an intention to do season two. I'm sorry if that's disappointing for some people, but to me, this game really, I'd almost be more interested in this game if it came out as a remastered version. Because if you're wanting me to make decisions based on like the video footage, then that video footage needs to be a lot more detailed and clear than what it is right now. And it's very frustrating when you're basically penalized for making a decision as best you can with the very limited evidence that they provide you. So, yeah, as I said, I do apologize for those who are enjoying the series, but I'm really not. And my first and foremost goal on this channel is always to enjoy what I'm doing. And sadly, I have to say this game sort of let me down. Really, I'm glad that I played Judge Sim first. If I had played this one first, I may have never played Judge Sim, and that would have been a real shame because I really did enjoy Judge Sim. And I will say there are several other legal games that are upcoming. I can't give a firm date on them because they right now just are saying that they are planned to be released. I think they're supposed to be released in 2025. Who knows exactly when that will be? Uh, but I'm gonna still give them a shot. This game isn't gonna, push me away from the criminal justice type of games because I do actually really enjoy the genre. I love court cases and such. And so that's where this game sort of frustrates me because you would never have court cases going to court in the United States with this evidence. If they had video footage like that, they would have zoomed it in on the face. You would have seen that face crystal clear. And I would have been able to say, hey, that's not that guy. Not guilty. Easy. This game really just didn't give you the information you needed. And that's sort of a shame for the game. With that being said, though, as I said, we have been informed that Judge Sim 2 at the end of the Judge Sim game is in the works, is planned, and I'm really excited for that game to come out in the future because I think that one will be great. I know that some of the people who have worked on that game have been on my channel before, and I hope that they might hear the comments I've had here and definitely, keep that in mind. Sort of see the things that this game did wrong because their game did not do those things wrong. And I hope that they don't go in the wrong direction in the future to make some of these same mistakes that this game made. As I said, this game, I would love for it to get a massive update with graphic improvements and stuff like that that might really turn this game around. If the video footage was of better quality, the game might have a very different feel to it, and I might really appreciate it a lot more. For now, though, as I said, this is where I'm going to go ahead and end this series for the foreseeable future. If you enjoyed the video, though, please go ahead and click that like button. If you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so that you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you back for other videos on the channel.